brains, one cell, two brains, one cell, two brains, one cell, two brains, one cell.
That was a quiet fart.
This little poot.
I don't know if it's focused correctly because of your fucking feet.
You wanna fuck my feet?
No. I want to chop them off and burn them.
You wanna fuck
Timmy,
my feet?
Timmy Turner.
God damn.
You've been looking for a burner. Killing everybody walking. You know that somebody burner. Timmy Turner, young boy burner.
Get me the fuck out of here. I felt like it took me like 10 years to sit down just now.
You were just doing the dog thing,
Yeah.
just doing a couple circles, you know.
Ugh. Fuck you!
She told me all about it.
Back off!
I knew it was in there.
I told you it was in there.
I know.
I put it in the popcorn bucket. She told me it was in there.
Yeah. It's your alter ego.
Me, I told you. Christopher Robin. Welcome back to another episode. Two Brains, One Cell, episode 1:30 p.m.
It's almost 4.
Oh.
It's 3:59.
Oh, shit. We almost lost it.
Shint.
This comes into play later on.
I saw the picture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But first, I wanted to bring up, I got rid of the futon.
Hey guys, welcome back to Two Brains, One Cell. Sorry, I'm on a time delay.
I quit. I'm going home.
Carson,
What's up?
you're home.
I don't have a home.
But then how would you go home?
No games.
Go! He's doing it this time.
Unlimited bacon with no games.
Or games. Unlimited
Unlimited
games. But
But
no
no
games. Anyways,
Um.
you were bringing something up.
Yeah, it's still down there. My hand's been holding it this whole
Still
time.
bringing it up.
Yeah.
It's
It's really far down
it's at
there.
the 5th floor by
it's
now.
taken a while. So I on Saturday, instead of going to the Childish Gambino concert, sadly,
Not because he didn't just go. He's sick.
Yeah, he postponed the whole tour because he's sick. So,
He had a fever.
and then Emily told me that she couldn't hang out because she needed to do homework all weekend. So I was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna just go crazy." And so
Go stupid?
yeah, so go stupid, go crazy.
Oh, okay.
And so the stories are gonna be a little bit confusing because I wanted to start here, but we're gonna get back to it later on. So my plan for Saturday was to just like chore the fuck out of my room, mainly just clean it up, dust and like vacuum and like just kind of general cleaning and all that kind of stuff.
Kenobi.
And I don't know if I changed my gain. I turned them up because I was doing music stuff.
You don't do music stuff. He does music stuff.
Yeah, no one else can do it.
When you try, you don't. Simply as that. My comedy brain is not working. I tried to line myself up for a joke and couldn't fucking think of one.
Well, get out of line and let me talk.
Wait, there's a line?
Yeah.
But I have the talking stick.
Pretty sure.
Where'd it... Where'd it go, Carson? That was really working. Up your butt.
I stand up and turn around and it's between my cheeks.
All right, Carson has the talking stick back.
So I started cleaning and I got to a certain point where I was like this futon needs to fucking go. And for everyone out there, I had another futon outside of this room, mainly so that I could sit
It's the fucking futon.
and hang out and watch movies and stuff on that, or play my video games really close to the TV. And once I got my new bed, it was a little easier to kind of game from my bed or watch shows from my bed. So it's become obsolete, especially because Emily hasn't. She sat on it once when she first came over, and we were
never again.
Yeah, we were
after.
both just not very comfortable on it. And then I usually use it, like, I like to sit there and build Legos sometimes, like, but the one side that I sit on, I have pictures of it. I took the blanket off the top of it and took, like, the memory foam.
How'd it look?
Dude, it looks like I had reversed the couch, like the cushion completely pushed out the bottom. Like, there was at least like a 2 or 3 inch portion of the board that's the front of the couch that you could see. It was so bad. And so I was like, yeah, this thing probably needs to go. And then Mom said, I'm planning on cleaning out the garage and, like, taking stuff to the dump in the DI today. If you want to throw that in the bed of the truck, we can go take it to the dump. And I was like, all right. And it was just like spur of the moment. I kind of just was like, fuck it, let's go. And so I moved everything around, and then I deep cleaned everything. And
I walked into his room and I'm like, hold the fuck, what the hell? Too much
And-
floor space. I could do minimum 30 jumping jacks in there. Not gonna, but could.
And so I was like, oh shit, this looks kind of cool. But then as time went on, I realized that, like, I in the mornings sit on my futon while I eat my breakfast, and I'll get dressed and, like, watch a show right there.
Well, now you just got to put the desk you took in front of the TV.
The desk, oh yeah, directly in front of it.
And you just sit and eat there like you're back in junior high.
Yeah. And then I was, like, realizing that that's usually where I put my shoes on. Like, I usually use that seat for a lot more than I realized.
So you had some post-nut clarity.
Yeah, and so I kind of sat there and I was like, maybe this was a bad idea. And then I was like, well, if we're gonna go to the DI, I could possibly find like just a chair or something that I can use, or something like that. And I
Pulls a
also
chair out from over there.
wanted to get a new table because this one's fucking huge, and I'm sick of it.
It is
So
a big table.
I wanted to get a new one, but we ran out of time for that. Anyway, I then, before we go drop it off, I'm helping her clear out the garage because I didn't want her to throw away my stuff. And she tends to do that. She doesn't even think about it. She'll just be like, there's 4 skateboards. Carson doesn't need these, even though he goes skating a lot, and she'll throw them away.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to supervise. I don't want you throwing away my stuff, especially because I'm an adult now, and I would appreciate you not do that. And so, and I mean, I threw away more of the stuff than she did.
Carson's
And
going to be really mad when he finds out I put his car in the dumpster. It's just, you walk outside, it's sticking straight up on your garbage can.
And as we were out there, I have a box of rocks out there.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And on top of that box of rocks was the box that I got a bunch of my Naruto manga in. And I was like, I kind of have an idea of what's in there, but I don't actually know. So I took it out and I opened it up, and it was the original box that this camera came in.
Oh.
A flash that I don't know if it came with it or if it was something else I had got. And then under it is what I remember being in there, and it was probably like 10 playing card, like, decks
Uh-oh.
with no boxes. It was all open, loose cards in
games.
there. No games. Unlimited bacon.
Holy fuck. He found the unlimited bacon box.
And as I was going through it, I was like, I wonder if like I still have my baseball cards and football cards in here, and, like, I was hoping that I could find some of my Naruto cards that I was talking about however many episodes ago. And so I sat there while my mom was cleaning out the garage, and I was separating into different piles. I was just throwing away the playing cards, and then I was separating into the baseball cards and all that kind of stuff. And I found
Uh-oh.
oh
shit.
my Naruto cards.
Oh, God.
And so, like I had said on that episode, there are like 3 different types in here, and this was that one
That's pretty
that I was
sick.
talking about. I'll have to take pictures of these. I'm not going to show them to the camera, but like these ones are all event cards,
Huh.
and there's just like various points throughout the show.
Are they kissing? Oh.
They made out right there, like that, and
Oh, hell yeah.
then we get to like the shiny ones over here, which there's some really cool ones, like that moment. That one was pretty sick.
That is pretty sick. You got 2.
Sasuke with his Sharingan.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then I got 2 of them with the Sharingan in the corner right there, and then that one's pretty fucking badass.
That is pretty cool.
And so
For a second, I thought it was 3 of the same. The same.
yeah,
like,
the same like
shiny.
silver.
Yeah.
It
was the same shiny.
So that was one stack of them. This one is now more like character ones,
Oh, hell yeah.
and it has like their
Oh.
stats on the back of it, and let's see, there's a couple like that.
Who
like
the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that? Map.
Just
Dora.
Map.
It's Dora. The map that was in Dora actually. Came
Yeah,
in
I was about
Naruto.
to say, they show that maybe once in the entire show.
Yeah, for half a second. To Kakashi.
They really just didn't want to have
That's-
to deal with world building.
That's the one I thought the holographic one was when I was thinking of it.
How funny would that fucking be?
So yeah, then there's just a bunch of these character ones. Kakashi's fucking
Oh, hell
badass.
yeah.
And then the next one are like the actual playable ones, and they have
Just a little girl.
like actual like effects and permanent damage,
So just like a typical, like,
like a card game.
Yeah.
And then
that one's pretty cool.
this guy,
Oh, that guy.
grunge about food.
Oh, hell yeah. Quick wit. Bite.
Forbidden use. That one's sick because it's got like the
Yeah.
design on it. Dropping a blackboard eraser.
Hell yeah. That does damage.
Neji. This one's pretty sick.
Oh, hell yeah.
Orochimaru's Den. Fucking Lee. Fucking Sakura.
Ew.
That one's pretty sick.
That's, yeah.
Ooh. That one's pretty badass. And of course,
Oh, hell yeah.
with Itachi.
Fuck yeah.
And so these ones, I remember these ones specifically came with a fucking camera. It came
with the camera?
It came with these little like blue discs that you were supposed to use with the game and everything. And I think I have one of them somewhere because they have a little shuriken on it.
Oh, here.
There it is. But
You do have a nice one.
as I was what?
You said butt and then ass.
Oh. Oops.
Oh.
I lied. That little plastic thing with the shuriken on it wasn't part of the game, but I think I used it because I had this toy that was one of them was the glove from the show that was just like a fingerless glove that didn't have the thumb. It was weird. The two on these fingers were longer than the two on these ones. It was a very weird glove. But then the other side came with a way for you to shoot these little discs that had shuriken on them out of the glove. And then I had another one that was supposed to be Rasengan, I think. I can't remember.
It's just a fucking pipe bomb.
I'm going to have to look up some of these toys because after looking at these, it just kind of popped into my head that I had a lot of Naruto toys as a kid. And I don't know where the fuck they went.
My parents didn't let me watch anime when I was young, so I got anime tattoos.
Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha, motherfuckers.
That's I only watched Naruto and Dragon Ball Z, and that was it.
See, everyone gives me shit for not watching Dragon Ball, but it's like I feel like it's one of those things you gotta start watching as a kid.
I started watching it as a kid, and I don't don't watch it.
And you
so.
don't even watch it. It's like I've tried. I read some of the manga. It's like Just fight already.
It's so much just like
nothing.
yeah.
Basically, I mean, it's the same as Naruto's filler shit.
Right. Or like Bleach.
Holy fuck, Bleach. There's just whole arcs of nothing.
Yeah. It's stupid.
So dumb.
So I wanted to get to that first just because I had some show and tell right there. But we can talk about me and Ethan becoming concert wizards.
I got a quick story before that. Because, how do I start this? I was at work the other day, and we needed to just go, like, talk to one of our vendors, see what they got, yada yada. And it was right next to my boss's old shop where they used to run everything. So he was taking us around the area as well, just showing us some stuff. And then we were starting to head back to, just work, and we passed this park, and he's like, the park has a pretty fun zip line. You want to go on it? I go, yeah. Yeah, I want to go on the zip line, and I made him put that bitch in reverse and go right back to that park. And he's like, I get a video, and I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck. I'm going on that zip line.
I was going to say, do we get video footage of this?
No.
What?
Because as soon as I walked up, it was fucking broken.
Oh.
But here's the thing. I'm going to go back because this zip line, it wasn't one of those little shitty ones where you just go back and forth. It was around the whole park.
Oh, wow.
It was actually really cool. You start on a high area, and it takes you through a pump track, so you keep your own velocity with gravity. I don't fucking know. I was so excited, and I had my fucking dreams just shattered. But it was really funny to tell my mom that I made my boss stop at a park so I could go on the zip line.
Yeah, that's great.
But it was fucking broken.
And we know you're watching, so go fix it.
Go fucking fix it. You got minimum 2 days before I go back to that park.
I need it fixed and on my desk by tomorrow, please.
Yes. Because if I don't get to go on that zip line before it starts snowing, I'm going to just lose my shit a little bit.
It might start snowing bullet shells.
Yeah, I'm not very accurate, so
I missed
I have to use a lot. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that was it. Quick little tried to go on a zip line, made my boss stop. Oh yeah, the funniest part is my coworker Michael was with me, the one that's on the realm with us. And 20 minutes before, he had told me dude, I gotta go to the bathroom really bad. And I still said, stop at the park.
Damn it.
He was just as excited though.
He was excited but clenching his teeth and his cheeks.
Yeah, he's like, oh god, this shit is so bad.
This is so fun.
This idiot's gonna go on a fucking zip line. I tried to find a stick to use because, you could just shove it through where the handle used to be. Right. Good job. Carson just blinded himself.
No, I'm too magic for that. It's like I was gathering magic.
Were you?
Like I took magic and I was gathering.
Like the rocks in the garage?
Wait, Magic the Gathering?
Oh my god! Whoa! Whoa!
Well, let me pull out these cards.
What's sad is I have a deck of magic cards. It was the only thing we could do at scout camp.
That's horrible. Except for touch each other.
No, that was a scoutmaster's job. Obviously, this fucking guy.
I went to scout camp just to touch everybody.
Just dudes.
I just walked around and said, hey. And then walked away.
You can probably get a merit badge for that.
Touching your friends.
Future rape. Sorry.
Whoa! Speaking of that, Minecraft.
Whoa! Yeah,
Hey,
fair.
there we go.
Fair enough. Yeah, honestly, fair.
No, I became a concert wizard on Friday.
You okay?
So, yeah, sorry. Ever since I became a wizard, I've been seeing shit.
Yeah, you saw like a ghost orb or something?
Yeah, well, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. This whole time, there's been this thing sitting on your head.
Yeah, that's Daniel.
And another one's been just kind of tonguing your ear. Mm-hmm.
Well, tell him to keep going.
And so the other one, he was up here and fell. So I was just like, oh shit.
Say,
What's
okay?
up, bro? You okay?
Say,
I think so. He kind of took off I lost after he got off the futon.
Why can't I see this shit?
I think he found like a
sorry,
marker. I think he found a marker and he's gonna go do some shit. So
It's really funny that you say that. Michael's daughter Expo markered the whole wall
no.
yesterday at work.
Oh, at least it's Expo though.
Oh, it came off.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, Michael's wife was just having a panic attack about it. I felt so bad for her. It's like, dude, no one cares. Look at the people put their feet on the walls. Look how the bottom part of the walls is just black.
There's just poo on the wall.
Yeah, honestly. I was like, you're fine.
So Friday was the last concert in the Twilight series that they do at the Ogden Amphitheater.
Boring.
And I got there early, and I brought my camera because I had DM'd the Ogden Twilight Instagram, and I said, hey, I know the big worry about cameras are the flash. If mine doesn't even have one attached to it, can I bring it in? Same situation with the other concert I went to. And the Instagram, whoever runs it, responded with, that sounds fine to me. That I don't see why not. And I was like, awesome. So I got there like 30 minutes before the concert, like the doors opened, and there was no one there. No one got in line until like 18 minutes before the doors open.
It is scary that you remembered that.
I was appalled because it blows my mind. I was like, because I know people like don't need to show up to concerts like that. They don't really care.
I was gonna help.
Don't touch my wand. You are not. You may touch my wand.
I can't wait for the close up of that. The change in your face.
Well then.
Well, as a matter of fact, go on.
You have worked your magic.
Here is my potion.
I have finished. Thank you for your magic.
I really hope you don't come like that.
I'm done. Begone, wench. I have.
My desire is quenched.
I have exuded my finishings. Please leave.
I have exhumed my brogurt.
Please leave post haste.
My clarity is setting in, and you are mighty ugly.
My post-coitus clarity is setting in, and I think you are but ugly.
The bag fell off, and I don't think I can let this slide. She just pulls the wizard hat over her head. Make a person look like a gnome.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's
Can
good.
I put googly eyes on your chin and like have a wizard hat on?
Yeah.
That'd be so
Yeah,
funny.
that'd be really funny for the podcast.
That'd be really funny.
We'll just do a close up, and we'll have to sit so we're upside down, and we'll just have
Yeah.
That'll be a good idea. That's a
That'd
good
be
idea.
It's a really good idea.
But it's not a good idea because I'm the idea guy. So maybe shut up next time.
Fuck. I forgot to clear my idea through the idea guy first. Fuck.
So,
Here, I'll send it to the email.
I get in line. I'm second in line, even though I was there before everyone else. I was like, I'm not gonna get in line until someone else does. Like, there's no reason to.
Imagine everyone was doing that.
Yeah, everyone was waiting for the one person to get.
There's
in
like
line.
100 people just standing by, just like,
And it's
I
like
wanna
all
be
at
the
once.
First one, but just no one goes.
Yeah, it just stays.
Yep.
And it was this guy and his son, and they go up to the front and they sit up there, and I was like, cool. So I give it probably like another 2 more minutes, and then I was like, all right, I'm getting out of here. So I got out, brought my camera out, brought my sweater because it was supposed to be cooler that night. So I lined up behind them, and like 5 minutes before gates were supposed to open, they just walked to the back of the line, which wasn't that far. It was probably like 5 people, but they just walked to the back of the line, and I was like, I didn't move forward or anything because I thought maybe they were grabbing something, and I was like, I don't give a fuck. They can hop back in. And so they walk out of line, go to the back of the line, and just sit there. And I go, what the fuck?
It was a ruse to get you in line.
They were like, we got him.
We got
I don't even
him.
have tickets. They just leave.
I'm going to start just showing up, stand in line, and as soon as you show up, turn around, take off the sunglasses. Gotcha, motherfucker.
Gotcha.
Even though there's not another one happening this year.
I'll
I'll get you next year, right when you forget.
Fuck. Fuck, he's good.
I'm gonna forget in like 3 minutes.
So I was just like, okay, I guess I'll get to the front then. And I was standing there. I had previously asked the security staff too. I was like, I explained the same thing I explained to the Ogden Twilight page, and they were just like, you'll have to just talk to like the main security person. I don't want to give you false information, and he'll be here in like 3 minutes.
Oh,
And
okay, I was
like,
about to say, do they even point you in the direction
yeah,
of him?
they were like, he's gonna be here soon, so once he's here, just give him a talk to. And I was like, cool. So then after that time had passed, and I was like, oh, I just realized I don't even know what the fucking guy looks like. Like they all wore the same security thing,
But it just says main security guy.
security guy. So I was just up front holding my camera, and all of a sudden, 2 minutes before gates open, he comes up to me and he goes, "Do you have a photo pass?" And I go, "No." And he goes, "You can't bring that in." And I go, "Well, I was talking with the page that actually does this, that does these shows." And they told me that it was fine, so I showed him the text, and he just glanced at it and goes, "Yeah, you can't bring that in." And I was like,
Okay.
oh, and then I was like, and he just kind of sat there, and I was like I couldn't quite figure out what to say. And so then I was like, okay, well then will you make sure that no one takes my spot in the very front of the line while I go put this back in my car? And he was like, yeah. And so I went back to my car, put it in there, and came back, and then he walked off, and I just kind of sat there for a second, just a little bit bitter about it, but I didn't care too much. And then he was kind of over there waiting to open the gates, and I was like, can I ask you one more question? And he comes over, and I go, who would I even talk to get a photo pass? Because I've emailed 4 people, and then I DM'd the Ogden Twilight people, and that's the only person that answered, so there was no way for me to even know.
Yeah.
And he was like, we go through S&S Productions, so you should talk to them. And I was like,
who the fuck is that?
it's the company that runs, I guess, the security and like throws that kind of stuff. I have no idea. So I was just like, okay. But I've seen their logo. It just says S&S everywhere. So I was like,
so this guy's just a little unhelpful.
I was like, okay. So then I just went to their website and went to their like staff and just picked 4 people that seemed like they might be over that and emailed them all the exact same thing.
Nice.
So I get in and I go get a beer and I get to the front and I'm just kind of standing there. I'm just enjoying the sun because it felt good. I had my sweater on, so it was a little warm, but I was standing directly in the sun.
Would you say it's sweater weather?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
It felt good though. And a couple minutes later, the owner of Alleged comes up to me, and Kate already heard this, so he already knows. But the owner of Alleged comes up to me, and he says, "Hey, sorry I gave you false information." And I went, "Huh?" And he was like, "About your can't like the lens thing," and I was like, "Oh." And I like put it together in my head that he ran the Instagram page. And I was like, oh, no, yeah, no problem. I was letting you know that in case anyone else thinks to ask you. And we just had a whole little conversation about photography and like how this was the last show. It's going to be a great one to end it out for the year. And then he told me about how they kind of pick the photography people. And he also allegedly may or may not have said, do you want me to help you sneak it over the wall? Which he was kidding. He was kidding.
Which is, yeah, it's really funny that he is like a big part of all this. He'd probably be able to just like take it.
Yeah, like I don't know why he could have even just been up there and been like, let him in.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly. It's like that one. Let
he
him in.
paid for a ticket and let him in with the camera. Like, but I wasn't too worried about it. It would have just been nice, and I think I could have gotten a little more recognition because there's such a smaller venue. Like, I don't know. It would have been a great opportunity, but didn't work out.
Next year.
Yep. So I just waited for Ethan to show up. He showed up. We were just kind of talking.
What's funny is in the middle of that was a 30-minute phone call.
Yeah. Where my goal was just to ask Cade when he wanted to record, and then it turned into Yap Fest.
Yeah.
2024 Yap Fest.
It was Yap Fest, but it was pretty fun because we were both like minorly tipsy. So
Yeah.
we were just going. We should buy a house together. Which yes.
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 And
That sounds like a great idea.
But we should decorate it so it looks like Minecraft.
Oh, well, it's gonna be
The only lights gotta be those torch lamps things.
lanterns.
Yeah. Or lanterns too, yeah.
Lanterns in the game room.
And
But no, if we buy a house together, all the lighting will be on the wall.
we
Minecraft
also
torches.
need to get a mob grinder in there.
Well, obviously.
And we'll talk about it later.
I already have like an anvil and everything all picked out,
Good.
like a smelter. Like
Good.
we're good. We're good.
Smelter, barely knew her.
Cooker, barely. Nah, I knew that one.
Smelter. Yeah.
I dealt her.
Smelter. Probably smelled her.
Promptly.
Probably smelled bad, but yeah, I smelled her.
the way I smelt her, I didn't.
Smelter.
What's the deal with airline food?
I did.
We're gonna get so many comments. They need to make podcast equipment more expensive.
I know, because we get a lot of comments.
I know we do.
Speaking of that, we also got another subscriber.
I
I think it went up the day that we recorded the last episode too. Like
Hey,
it didn't
let's
even
keep the
come out
streak.
yet.
Let's keep the streak.
Let's keep it going. We're 3 away from celebrating 100.
So much wine when we hit 110.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a Josh fest. Okay, it's gonna
Dude,
be
so many
crazy.
fests. Love it here.
So Ethan shows up. I have a total. I don't know at what point in the night, but I had like 48. Wait,
Beers.
no, wait. Hold on.
48.
48. 60. I had upwards of 60 ounces of IPA. And
Anything but the metric system.
well, that's just how my
know.
diet app logs it. So
I'm
have
so
to
fucking with you.
do that math, and I can't even remember if that's the correct. I could go back and look, but I'm not gonna. I had a lot of beer, and I was
About
having
3 football fields per moon landing.
I was having such a great time, and then me and Ethan were dying.
Who was the concert for?
Tycho,
I don't know if I know that.
and they were all like just nothing but vibes.
Bro, Tyga?
It was so much fun. Like it was.
What kind of music?
I don't know what you would call it, but it was
Vibes.
It was so good vibes. That's
Okay.
the genre. So good vibes.
So good vibes.
And
I better see that on Spotify, John.
so good vibes. And it's just a picture of me with my thumb up.
That would do numbers, honestly.
So good vibes. And there were, people were throwing beach balls up in the air and everything.
Fuck
and
yeah.
so me and Ethan made it like a point to watch where they were going and then absolutely spike the fuck
Decimate
out
them.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I just won another concert with an inflatable raft.
yeah.
That shit was awesome.
And there were some of these beach balls that were the clear ones that had glow sticks in them.
Woo!
And we were at the front, so we were against the bars to VIP, and they kept falling in between VIP, like where the security guard walks between GA and VIP.
Yeah.
And it kept falling in there, and the security guard would just throw them back out and
Hell yeah.
just like pop it by as it came by or whatever. And there was one that was like half deflated behind us, and I looked at it and I was like, oh shit, there's glow sticks in there. And
Oh,
so
no.
we ripped it open and took out the glow sticks.
Allegedly.
And allegedly, why allegedly?
Because we don't rip open beach balls. It's sacrilegious.
Fuck, you're right. I didn't do that.
Allegedly.
I didn't do that. Wait, I needed that.
Wait! Where to go?
So, from the moment that the glow stick touched my hand, I was a fucking wizard. And we, throughout the whole rest of the concert, kept, like, every time a beach ball would fly by, we'd be like, as if we were controlling the beach ball flying by, or...
I have to imagine a couple people in the audience got a kick out of that.
Well, and yeah, and we're in the very front, and there's points where like we're turning around and like people are dancing, and so we're making it look like we're making them dance. We're doing the conductor thing. I I kept going, like with like we would just be kind of chilling out and go, like it had taken control of like, whoa, like I couldn't control it. Shit.
All of a sudden, you're just flying around.
And we kept like, it was so fun. And then at one point I had taken his as well as mine, and I was doing the drums, and I had given it back to him, and he was doing the drums, and I was doing the guitar. And we just kept going back and forth. It was so much fucking fun. And these girls, there were two girls that came up behind us, and I had seen them earlier because they were the only people close to us when the opener came on. There was like no one there.
Nice.
And Ethan was like, should we invite them to come hang out up here? And I was like, you can.
Yeah.
You can.
Go for it, buddy.
And so they had made their way up to us anyway with no anything. And she said something to Ethan, and Ethan was like responding with something, and she was like, you guys like are the best vibes. And I was hearing it, but you know what I was doing? I was controlling the stage with my fucking magic,
Let's
dude.
fucking
go.
go.
I was just fucking going crazy.
Let's go.
And she said something, another glow stick, and Ethan just ignored her, turned around, and we just both kept playing with the glow sticks. So
As you should.
And
Wizardry over women.
we did that all night. Then we went to the after party where I had grabbed my camera and went down there because the DJ that kind of got me going on this whole thing was playing at the after party. So I grabbed my camera, I went down there, took some photos of him, took videos with it. My first time using video with this outside of the one video of my cat.
Pretty good.
I don't know yet.
Fair enough.
I went to edit them on here, and all of them are... I recorded them vertical, but they're oriented horizontal.
Gotcha.
And so when I'm editing it, it's like sideways. And so when I upload it into my software, it stays that way, and I can't flip it without it giving me the giant black bars on the side of it. I don't want to crop it down after I export it. It's a mess. So I had to send it to my phone, and I just got done editing the photos today, and I haven't been able to mess with the footage too much yet. But then Ben showed up, and I got the videos and everything. We went up to Alleged, got to the roof, and me and Ethan continued our magic up there. It was so much fun. I got a picture. I posted it on my story of me and him in the mirror when I was taking a picture with my camera. I took some photos of him just throughout the night as we were outside, and I took some of Ben. I ran into Mandy, and she wanted a picture with her friend, so I took a picture of her and her friend. Then we ran into a lot of people, but
I thought you were just about to say you ran into a wall.
probably. But it was like the most sober, except for the time I was there and didn't drink anything.
The one time you were there and we're just actually dead sober the whole
Yeah,
time.
this was like the most sober I had been there, and I actually didn't get a drink there. So,
Oh, yeah.
so I got all of the beers that I had at the concert were just they were just tiding over into this, and I was having so much fucking fun with the glow sticks. And Ben, I don't know what it is in his funny bone that is amplified by like 10, but whenever I'm around him, my face fucking hurts. And like we were standing there, and allegedly he goes, what if I just stood up on a table and said, I've got a bomb? Like, the way that he says it too was it. I was just cackling, and he did it again, and he said that but with like a gun, and then I was like, oh, I think if you did that, everyone would just be like, bro, really, right here, put it away. Like, and we just kept making jokes. He came up to me and he said that this girl had asked him. She said, "Hey, are you?" And just does the hand movement.
Well, it sucks that we all know exactly what she was asking.
Right. And he comes up to me and he goes, "Do I like put those vibes off?" And I
Yes.
was like, I think it's more they just gotta ask now. It's just the normal, you know. And I was like, and then it doesn't help that, like, because I get it too. And I was like, when we're wearing crop tops and have dangly earrings and we talk about touching our friends, like,
You know, I can see why it would come off that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
I just thought about all that shit. Damn.
and so I was like, he was like, I need to like redeem myself. And I was like, you're right. You're right. You definitely need to do that.
You need to fuck a dude.
And he was like, okay. And I was like, all right, so you need to go over there and act as hetero as possible. And as he was about to gear up for a bit, I already had one ready in the chamber, and I was like, hey girl, where that clitoris at? Damn girl, what that clitoris doing over there, huh? With the where's the clitoris at? Damn girl, I ain't never seen you and a clitoris in the same room before.
Anybody got any Bud Light?
Damn girl, what that
Anybody got
where's your clitoris?
got any Bud Light?
And we just kept running on that bit for a minute, and he just fucking kills me. It doesn't matter where the bit started. He just takes it and runs with it.
What to you?
He makes me giggle
Oh.
like a little schoolgirl.
Oh. Oh, I thought we had a John Wick situation.
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
He kills me with laughter.
He does what?
Yeah, he makes me giggle like a little schoolgirl.
Oh. It's people that just don't understand new references.
Throughout the whole night, I just would randomly like
He's a
pop
funny
into
guy.
his little area, because there was like a corner where the majority of our people were hanging out, and we would go over there, and like there was a lot of random people that I didn't know. I had gotten into a conversation with this guy about music, and he got way too into like the political, not like a legit political stance, but like this day and age with the way that our like it's just, you know, it's streamlined like this, and you can't, like, he's using a lot of those words, and I'm over there and I'm like, definitely, absolutely,
Right
yes.
now is the best time for anyone that makes music ever.
Well, and it also kind of sucks for everyone else because the algorithm. Because, like, I was telling him this. I was like, you could make music and just dick around on your guitar for 5 seconds on TikTok, blow up, and then now you're touring across the country. Or you could be the guy that's been doing music for 20 years that's honed it in and makes beautiful music, but you just don't see it because the algorithm fucking sucks. And then you get paid fractions of cents from thousands of streams where, it just flopped a little bit. Like, it was a good idea, and then it was like, oh shit, now we're here. Oh. Because, like, going from buying a physical copy of something and then now giving something that you can't physically have in your hand, but you pay, it's so weird. So that part I agreed with him on, but, like, then he got a little too into, like, the, you know, the way that the algorithm picks and chooses the way the things, and he started getting a little too weird about it.
A little too witch hunty.
Yeah, and so then I started kind of like side-eyeing to see if I could get out of this conversation, because I was talking with a guy that's in a band that was about to ask me to do photography for him. He was about to follow me on Instagram, and we were gonna talk about doing photography
This guy
and
just
stuff.
came in like Alex Jones.
And then he just like slithered his way into the conversation.
It's just all of a sudden.
And then the other guy was drunk and had ADHD, so he got sidetracked after that, and I didn't get to talk to him for the rest of the night.
I wonder what that's like.
And then I got to a certain point where it was almost like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was like 12:30, and I got a text from Ethan, and he was like, Felipe's here. And I was like, what? Where?
The funniest part about all this is while Carson's out just, you know, hanging around, I am honk fucking shooing.
And so I was like, where the fuck is he? Where the fuck is my little bear? Where's my little fuzzy Chilean bear?
He also still never responded to me.
Of course. I don't think he's actually opened my...
Is he ignoring us?
Possibly. Perchance.
Let's make a Two Brains One Cell Snapchat account.
There
Maybe he
we
only
go.
responds to brands.
Yeah. We're gonna sponsor you with 0 money. Actually, you have to pay us
You have to
sponsor
you have to pay us, but you can use our name.
and our logo.
But you have to still pay for like the stickers
For
and shit.
everything,
Yeah. Any merch that we sell there, you also have to cover the cost again that they paid us already. We really need money.
So I run down to the second floor and I see him and he immediately gives me a hug and I go, "We've got the Minecraft realm ready to go, man."
It's been.
And I think that's the last thing I texted him was, "Let me know when you're on. We can get the realm invite sent to you." And I don't think he's ever said anything after. Like, I don't think he opened it or anything.
I know it's at a weird point now where we're kind of just decked.
Yeah.
So it's like, ugh. Are people just going to be bored? Like, I don't know.
No, I mean, the way that I've seen all the other ones do it, people join in at random times and they just do their own thing on their own time. Like, I told Ethan, he's been in a huge Minecraft kick too, and he plays on his PC. And so I was like, "Why don't you join?" And he was like, "Oh, yeah."
Have Bedrock?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he was like, "I've been doing this, and this." And he was like, "I've been grinding." He was playing some weird version of it where every thing that you get is a tree. So there's like iron trees, and so when you mine it, you get iron saplings. He was telling me he wanted me to play with him, and I was just straight up like, no. I don't want to play that.
That doesn't sound very enjoyable.
Then, like, I just think all they got to do is join and do their Minecraft grind thing there. I was like, would you join? I send you the coordinates for Bunger Hill, and then you can do whatever you want. And then if we get on at the same time, you just hop on a Discord call so that I can get some footage of you there. And then you can do whatever the fuck you want.
We're using you for content.
Exactly.
We're
And
going to use and abuse.
yes, especially abuse you.
As soon as you get on the realm, you're not allowed to leave.
Yep, you're stuck forever.
You're stuck forever.
And
You die in the game, you die in real life.
he told me the biggest issue right now is that he's moving. Felipe is.
Oh, that would do it.
So he's got even if he could, he's got everything packed away. So I was like, that's fair. Let me know when you're available then. And then I snapped some photos.
His PlayStation?
Uh-huh.
Even his PlayStation?
He's got it. He's like in the middle of moving it to. He's not even like moved in. He's moving his stuff there.
Ow.
Yeah. So
that sucks.
and I got pictures of him and his lady. Then it was almost 1 a.m. They got there so late because it closes at like 1 something. They start to clear out all the floors, and
Yeah, do you still have to pay to go in that late?
I don't know.
That would be wild.
I have been getting in for free for a while now, just because of like the concerts. If you go to Unspoken first and get a free stamp because it's the after party, then go to Alleged, they see your stamp and know that it's from Unspoken, and you can get in for free.
What's Unspoken?
Allegedly. It's the speakeasy right next door. It's the same owner.
Oh, okay.
It's like it goes. It's got a ghost on the door, and it goes that door, Lucky Slice, then Alleged.
I actually made very uncomfortable eye contact the other day.
Did you?
He was like setting stuff up inside, and I was going out to dinner with my sibling, and he looks up, and we don't know each other. I've only seen him because you're like, that guy.
There he is.
And so we just look at each other, and he stops what he's doing, and he's like, and I'm like,
Hi.
what the fuck?
He knows.
Oh God, oh God.
I
I also didn't know that's where Alleged was, right on that corner.
on the corner, yeah.
I was like, oh, there it is.
And so we got down to me and Ethan were both like, let's go outside. So we went outside and saw a few people out there, and I took some photos of him. And this lady was walking around with a bag, and she was like, I've got cornbread, collard greens, mac and cheese, chicken. I can't remember what type of chicken. She got shrimp. And she was just walking around saying, because it's the best thing for them to do. Like, there's a guy that sits out front and just cooks fucking the best hot dogs ever.
Oh, hell yeah.
Out of the back of his car. He gets bank from it.
Oh, I bet.
$10 a dog.
Huh?
And they're like huge and they're loaded.
Oh, okay.
And
I was
so
about to say, okay, that's...
And
even
then-
Costco's $1.50 still.
drunk people coming out that are hungry as fuck and can smell that.
They want a dog.
Yeah. And so the line, as soon as Alleged closes, the line is insane, and then he just runs out of dogs that night, and he's like, all right, I'm out, and then he just packs up and leaves. And so she got the right idea. She said she was down here doing something or whatever, and she was like, I got all this food, and she was like just trying to make a quick buck or whatever. And she walked past me and Ethan, and I was sitting down, and she sees me, and she goes, you hungry? You hungry, baby? And I go, no, but I appreciate you. And she stops, and she goes, hello.
What the?
And I go, hey, how you doing? And
Carson didn't even know he had this game. He wasn't even trying.
I was like, I appreciate you, but I'm all set though. Thank you. And then she turns to Ethan and she goes, hello, baby. And he goes, how you doing? And she was like, look at you. Like, what the fuck? It was just hyping him up. And I was like, yeah.
He's pretty hot, huh?
And the funniest thing is before she came over to us, Ethan was like, damn, dude, that cornbread and collard greens sounds so fucking good. And so then when she got over there, I was like, just buy it, dude. Like, get it. Yeah.
Why not?
And
might have drugs in it. Even fucking better.
He ended up, I think I stopped paying attention because I noticed that Ben was across the street getting a hot dog. And so then I was like, oh, shit, there's Ben. So I took off across the street.
Why? To me, he just feels like an NPC in your life.
He just pops around.
Yeah.
I never see him walk anywhere. He just is there
He's
somewhere.
just there.
Yeah.
It was the same. It's the same thing at the climbing gym. He would just. That's pretty hot. He would just all of a sudden be there.
Yeah.
I would just get done with the climb, and all of a sudden he's just standing next to my shit, going.
So I immediately I was like, I'm gonna go over there, and I was like, come on, let's go over there. And Ethan was like, hold on, and I go, no one's talking to him. He's not looking at anybody over there. And I was like, come on. And I'm already pretty far away from him now. I'm like, come on. And he just goes, and I was like, all right, maybe he's waiting for like a lady to come out or something.
Waiting for that cornbread.
I got across the street and I was talking to Ben for a second, and I turned and looked, and he's just standing over there, not talking to anybody. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And then Ben's like, where'd Ethan go? And I was like, he's literally just standing over there behind that tree. And he was like, what? And I'm like, he's just standing there. I told him to come over here. And he's not coming over here. And he was like, what the fuck? And so then when Ben finally sees him behind the tree, he goes, oh, he is just fucking standing there. What the fuck is he doing? I was like, I don't know. And then periodically throughout, like me and Ethan were like, I don't want a fucking hot dog. I'm fine. And we left Ben and we started walking towards the cars. And we got to the point where he would have to turn and I'd keep going. We talked just for a little bit longer and then separated. And I get to my car and I see people running down the street and I hear them yelling and stuff. And I was like, who the fuck? And I turn around. It's Ben. He's just down 2 lights running down a corner with the person he was talking to that night. And
I was literally going to make a joke, and Ben was in your passenger seat.
He was just running around, and I saw him jump up and hit something, and like he landed and like took off running again. And then so then I go, hey! Hey! What are you doing? And then he goes, and he like looks, he like squints, and he goes, oh! And then they take off running one direction, then they take off running another one, and then they get over to where I am. And I was like, what are you guys doing? And he goes, we're going to fucking dive and funkin' dive. And like, he can't fucking spit it out. He couldn't fucking spit it out. And I was like, oh yeah, the fucking drive. And
I've seen that somewhere.
They were going there to get her car to then go somewhere else. But every time I saw him at different parts of the night, they had a different plan. Like, they told me they were going to go play pool, and then when I saw them at the hot dog place, they were like, we were going to go skinny dipping. And then when I saw them over there, they were going to the Funkin' Dive. And
guys, it's 2024. We can just call it taking a shower.
And then they're like, we're trying to get to the Funkin' Dive to get her car or whatever. And so they find
what the hell is a Funkin' Dive?
It's another bar on 25th.
Okay.
It's kind of on Washington-ish. It's right next to the noodle place there.
Oh, okay. I know where that is.
And you go downstairs to get to it. They do karaoke sometimes.
Why'd you say that like an aristocrat?
Just for fun. Just for shits and gigs. I was casting a spell.
I'm not actually going to try the next word I was about to try.
For shints and gigabytes.
That one.
There you go. Comedy. So they get on one of those scooters, and I get in my car. I start the car. I'm like getting everything situated because I still have my boots in my car from work. I had a whole bunch of shit in there, and I was trying to get it all in the front seat so when I got home, I could just pick it all up and take it inside. And then all of a sudden, I just hear a sound and then see zzz going in front of my car, so I honk at them. And then I start driving. I get down to the street to the light to turn onto Washington, and then they pull up right there. And so then I go, ah! And I'm yelling at them again. And so I kept seeing them the whole time until I turned on to Washington.
You get home, and they're just zipping right past
right.
your driveway. You're like, hey. Existential crisis.
Then yesterday, I went over to Ricky's house, and he put a TV outside, which you saw. He put a TV outside with the pool table, and
Best idea he's had in a while, just from the looks of it.
it's pretty cool. It was a fun vibe. They've got a table inside for cup pong and a table outside for cup pong, and then they also have
Upgrades.
cornhole out there now as well.
Oh.
So they did upgrade it out there.
Whose
It's pretty
corn
fun.
do you hole?
Probably like mine. Probably.
Can I hole your corn?
No.
Do you want a horn coal?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, buddy. And that's like I gotta skip through that one just because we've been talking for too long. I've been talking for too long.
The waveforms, what? they don't signify that at all.
But I played pool for a lot of that night, and I brought that 30 rack that I got from Braxton's house for free.
Oh, nice.
And I brought it over there, and he was like, do you want me to just put it like in the bottom shelf? And I was like, I don't plan on taking these home, so put it wherever you want to fucking put it, and I'm just gonna drink whatever I feel like, and then you guys have the rest.
It's kind of just how it goes there.
Yeah. And so I also brought 2 banquets in this like pineapple seltzer thing, and I drank the banquets first, got to the pineapple seltzer thing, and it tasted just like fucking nasty piss water.
Just ass.
It had to have been expired because it was so disgusting.
There are just also a lot of seltzers that are ass.
Right. Well, and I was like, sometimes like White Claws kind of hit me, and I'm like, these aren't.
They're not good.
It was worse. It literally tasted like it had to have been expired because it tasted so disgusting. And then I also looked at the can to see if there was an expiration date. Didn't say anything on there, but there was a
probably
thing
on a box
that said no juice is inside of it. It was
which is
straight up artificial.
oh.
There was no actual juice in it. And I was like,
Isn't that like
awesome.
the whole point?
Yeah, that's it. And so it was disgusting. But I played a lot of pool. I also used that girlfriend thing at the bar.
Hell yeah.
Mandy, I had made a joke at Mandy's expense. She goes, "Fuck you, Carson," and I go, "I have a girlfriend," and I spun myself around and and walked away. And she goes, "Oh my god, not like that," and I go, "Sure," and she was just like, "Ugh,
Let's go. Spin it on him.
But the rest of that night, me and Ethan both had quite a lot of beers. Played a lot of pool. George got absolutely fucking hammered.
I could have told you.
Ricky was saying that this is the most hammered he's ever seen him. He was gone.
We were there at night. He chugged a bottle of vodka.
Yeah,
he was
doing that. He was doing that. He chugged a half a bottle of vodka and then went to town on those not banquets, the cores that I brought. So it was hilarious because at one point in the night he was like, "It's been a while, it's nice seeing you." He's taking shots or making jokes. Then he goes inside, and what feels like 30 minutes later, he comes outside and he's got half an eye open.
He just falls.
And he's like, "What?" and and so I was telling Ricky, I was like, "My uncle's selling like a vintage Budweiser hat," and I was like, "I don't know if you guys are into that kind of
Careful
thing."
with the spells.
But he's selling that, and then he was like, "George would probably buy something like that." And he goes, "George, Carson's trying to sell you something." And George gets out to the door, and he goes, "What, Carson, what?"
I'll buy it.
And then he's like, "He's trying to sell you a hat." And I was like, "But not right now. You're pretty drunk." And he goes, and he comes over and just takes my beanie off my head and puts it on his head. And I go, "Not that one." And he goes, how's that look? And I was like, "You look really good, baby girl." And he was like, just didn't even comprehend anything I was saying. And then he comes
Damn.
over and he puts it back on my head and he goes, "It looks better on you though, baby girl." And
I don't like how well you're doing this.
And then I was dying laughing at that, and he kept talking, and it was like, I'm not even that drunk.
He goes through like 18 different almost throwing up phases in a sentence.
And it was all like the hiccups, and every time he'd hiccup, I would be laughing, then I'd be laughing harder, and it just kept pushing me.
Compounded.
Yeah, I God damn it, I was just fucking dying laughing.
I
then-
do miss seeing him.
Yeah, oh yeah, it
'Cause
was nice
he-
seeing him again.
He got a new job, and he used to deliver to my work, so
Yeah.
I'd see him every once in a while. But now it's just a random dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my baby girl no more.
Then I started doing the Trump impression thing.
Oh no.
And I guess that there were a few people there that either hadn't heard me do it before or I was the first time meeting them. And so I was standing at the pool table, and this wasn't the first one I did, but this was one that really fucking sent them. And I was like, "I'm soaking wet. Oh my God, I'm like a little sponge down there." And like I kept going, and I was like, "You call it bikini bottom because my sponge is wet. I'm soaking wet. Some would say dripping even." And like I just kept diving into it, and it was just getting them laughing harder and harder and harder the whole time. And
He thought I was going in for a kiss.
oh, right now? Damn it, the fucking camera. So I then I just kept doing it throughout the night, and I had Ricky wheezing. I had the other guy, he was like almost face on the ground laughing his ass off. And the first time I did it was perfect timing because I did like a little thing to Ripkin, and then the other people didn't hear it. And we were talking about Trump. And I think one of the first few ones I did was, "They're eating cats and dogs over there."
Oh my God.
And then Ricky started talking about it, and then one of the guys chimes in, and he was like, "I'm not political," and he was like, at first I was like, "What is your issue?" He's like, "I hate it when anyone talks politics around me. I like blah blah blah," and I was like, "What is your problem?" And then he goes, he said, "I don't know why everyone thinks it's their job to tell me what's happening like politically." He was like, "I'm not like they just show up and they start telling you these things without like," and I was kind of like, that's kind of fair. Like you don't usually ask someone for their political views. It usually just kind of happens.
It's true.
And
but
they
also, no one
usually-
asked for his opinion.
Right. And I think Ricky might have asked him
God damn it.
something.
It's okay.
But
They asked your opinion.
then he was like, "I don't even like listen to the debates or whatever. I don't even know any of the memes." And then Ricky, it was like perfect timing. Ricky goes, "Well, I mean, you should see when and I go, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah.
And I was already doing it with Ripkin, and so when I heard him saying that, I turned and was still talking while I did it.
You were ready.
Yeah, and so they started laughing, and I just kept the bit going throughout the night. I did one, Ripkin. They kept almost feeding me lines too. It was really funny.
I
But-
might say this next.
I did it in front of George, and he goes, "Was that supposed to be Trump?" And I had said something back like, just about like I think that I don't know who that is, but he sounds like a great guy, and like kind of went off on that, and because I was kind of like, does that not sound like Trump? I feel like I've kind of gotten it good enough that you can tell who it is.
You can tell the hand movements. Like that, just that is enough.
And then I did it again, and he goes, "That sounds like Trump." And I was like, "Oh, so okay, never mind." I did at one point while George was fucking drunk. He was sitting around, and I made the mistake of making a monkey noise, and I just like walked over and started like dragging my arms, and I was going.
Top tier comedy, might I say?
And he hears it, and he sees me doing that, and I sit down next to him, and he starts going, and he starts going too,
Yeah.
and then he starts, I kid you not, full on punching the living fuck out of me, like beating me up, and he's hitting my chest, like he's trying to do the monkey thing where they kind of tap each other's chests and all that, and he's beating on his own, but he was like rocking back and punching me in the chest hard. And I just would go, like trying to stay in it.
You're a better man than I.
And then
I would have thrown up right in his pocket.
And then we got up, and I think he was trying to beat up a box or something, and I ended up inside that box like with my arms out of it at one point. But before we had ripped it totally, it still had the other end closed, and so he was about to rip it in half, and I just snatched it out of his arms, put it over my body. So now I am stuck like this and can't see anything in front of me, and I just start running in circles. And at this point, I am way far down off of my drunk. Like, I am borderline sober.
It's just.
It just sounded hilarious.
It had to have been.
But the thing is, I don't know how many people were watching me do it, but I thought it was really funny from the inside of the box. Hilarious.
But I don't think anyone would be able to not watch that.
Well, I'm not kidding. When I stood up and took the box off, no one was looking in my direction, and everyone was having their own conversation.
Oh, it was like when I fell on the fucking ice.
Yeah.
God
Like, it was like, how did you guys miss me running at Mach 9 across the yard
How
and
do you-
eating shit
How do
onto
you
the
miss
fire?
a train wreck?
Yeah. I fucking fell, and
I was wondering what that was from.
I fucking turfed it onto the fire pit. And
Oh, you're part of the statistic now.
it wasn't going, though. I made sure to do that before the fire was going. And then once I stood up, I heard someone go, "Hey, wait, hold on." And they still weren't lighting the fire yet. We were waiting for Ricky to get something. And so they were trying to get the box off of me, I think. And so then I went, without seeing anybody, I went, dodge, weave. And then I just started running
what did
sideways.
they think you're a cat that got a box
Yeah.
stuck in your head?
And so I go, pop, weave. And then I start crab running sideways away from them and sidestepping. And then I got over to the end and I took the box off and looked around, and no one was looking at me. And I was like, cool, I feel like a fucking buffoon. This is awesome. And then
You were making monkey noises.
buffoon, not baboon. Oh! And
Who's the buffoon now?
and I think for the rest of that night, I just just chilled out, talked for a little bit, and then came home, fell asleep. So it was a crazy 2-day run.
I worked Friday and Saturday. I really got no fun stories from the weekend, but I did get 12 hours of overtime.
Whoa, that's
So,
big.
That's big.
That's big.
That's big. So, yeah. Love that. Want some more money. Worked for it. Kind of wish I didn't have to do that. Sucks a little bit. It almost went Trump. Almost. But
I didn't really want to do it.
I didn't want to work. But someone had to get that gluten-free bread.
Somebody had to eat the cats and dogs, and it wasn't gonna be me. I can't do it.
Literally. It upsets my tummy.
I'm what they call lactose intolerant.
God fucking damn it. Fuck this guy.
All right.
I'm just gonna put it in your pocket.
Minecraft is going well. I need to edit another 7 hours of fucking footage.
I really haven't played in a minute, just because.
Yeah, neither have I. I
Yeah.
played it the beginning of the week for an hour.
I just
And
kind of
then-
started digging a hole. I'll be honest. I just started digging a hole.
Nice. I still got projects I'm working on. That's the issue. Is I'm working on the wall. I'm working on the thing in Bunger Hill.
He really is Trump.
I'm working on. I'm gonna build. I said it in the video, but I'm gonna build these statues in the front of the gates that are gonna look sick as fuck. And then
I think I'm gonna make a beacon out of emerald.
ooh,
I have half a stack of emerald blocks.
damn. maybe send some of your boys' way so he can get mending.
If you want some, you can have some.
Because after hours of mining, I have run into 3 diamonds, a handful of iron, a handful of coal, and 8 gold total.
I almost have a stack of gold blocks and a little over half a stack of iron blocks.
Crazy. Granted, I haven't been going very low.
I was about to say, you built a lot. I was literally in the trenches.
And I didn't, that one time I did go lower, I was like, nope, and turned around and went right
Yep.
back up before I even touched the ground. But this new cave thing that I'm going through right now, it has an easier way to get down to that level rather than the waterfall thing.
Yeah.
And so I've been able to, get down, build like a little thing and then jump back up and then get down and build a little thing, and now I have a little base to shoot all the mobs and put the like run around and get back to it and everything. So
also fun fact, me and Michael tried very hard to get a specific villager for trading. Where you can do, it's like 14 string for an emerald.
Oh.
And the reason we wanted that was because of
The spider thing, yeah.
Yep, you can gain levels and then get you emeralds.
That's fucking sick.
Then I have a pumpkin and a melon farm because the farmers have that. And then I stole all the books out of the library in the end because the librarians take 4 books for an emerald.
Yeah.
So, and then they also take paper, so sugarcane farm. So I've just been grinding emeralds through them.
See, this is like, like, I know you said it earlier, but like I'm like balls to the wall. I'm gonna be doing shit in this realm, and I'm gonna be milking it for content. This is gonna be like a full year's worth, because by the time I get done editing like what I want to edit, and it comes out 1 hour every week.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a long time for these to be coming out. And I'm going to keep doing this until I am fucking done with it.
Until you're tired.
Yeah. So I think it's just going to keep going. I think Bunker Hill is going to be a great place to live once the gates come up in the gated community.
I thought you were going a different direction. You were heavy on the gay.
Once the gays come up in the gay community.
There they are.
It's going to be a great place to live.
True.
Take that. I just put words in your mouth, Trump.
We're allies.
You know what else I'm going to put in your mouth? Magic.
Well, I gave...
Sorry, excuse me.
Can I get one more?
That was
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I did the spiel. Fuck off. You're like a dog that's about to throw up. I did the spiel last week. They remember it.
Yep. Got you, bitch.
Oh, you didn't throw a ring this time. I showed that to Lizzie, and she's like, "What the fuck was that?" Like, that was Carson's.
Did you get the slow-mo after it, too?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I love that at the last few seconds, you can see it focus for just a split second. It focuses on the ring.
And then just our faces up.
And then you can hear in the slow-mo, you can hear it ringing in the background after the metal hits it. Yeah. All right, that's it for now. I was gonna talk about how I went to dinner with my grandpa and he met Emily.
Oh, nice.
And basically invited her to Texas, even though we've been dating for a month. He was like, "How would your family feel if I sent a ticket out here for you two to come visit Texas?" And
he hasn't offered to send me to Texas.
And well, that's because you've been withholding sex, bitch.
I do not.
And that'll be.
I do not withhold sexy time from you. I think we put it very well last episode. We sex each other real good.
Real good. After tying our shoes.
That clip is so fucking
So
good.
good.
It is so good. I showed it to her and I'm like, you gotta watch this. Like, it's good.
I was gonna talk more about that, but I had way more crazy shit happen. So we talked about that instead.
Did anyone just catch that?
Did you hear what he just said?
What?
Slow that down. What did he just say?
Can he say that? Just a little foghorn.
And there was more stuff I wanted to talk about with that, but I'm done.
I'm done. Me, I'm the guy that's just kind of done. Not with you. I'm going to give Carson the craziest head of his life when this camera turns off. Expect it on our OnlyFans. Wait, can I see your wand? Did it die?
Well, fuck you, camera. had to get that in there.
Oh no!
What? Oh